여러분 안녕하십니까? 소리 다시 한번 안녕하십니까? 역시 대한민국 서울의 소리가 아주 큽니다. 안녕하십니까? 저는 그 비전 체인 앤 프렌즈 서울 행사에 오신 것을 진심으로 환영합니다. 오늘 이 자리에 함께해 주신 사실만으로도 아마 인생의 새로운 전환점이 되지 않을까 그렇게 생각이 됩니다. 저희는 사회를 맡게 된 구성구 그리고 자스민입니다. 인사드립니다.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Vision Chain and Friends Seoul event. We believe that just by joining us here today, you're at another turning point in your life. We are your hosts, Seongguk Ryu and Jasmine Park.
비전체 행사의 진행을 맡게 되어서 개인적으로 참 영광으로 생각합니다. 본 행사는 비전 체인 앤 프렌즈 서울이라는 슬로건 아래 일부는 비전 체인에 대한 핵심 기술, 마켓 분석, 그리고 전략, 로드맵 등에 관하여 패널들이 자세하게 말씀을 드릴 겁니다. 그리고 2부 순서가 있는데요. 2부에는 비전 체인의 친구들이 있습니다. D앱이라고 합니다. D앱. D앱이 굉장히 많은데요. 그 중에서 세개 회사만, 아쉽게도 세개 회사만 오늘 소개가 있을 예정입니다. 참고로 현재 비전 체인의 D앱은 계속해서 증가하고 있고요. D앱의 증가가 아마 비전 체인의 성공의 열쇠가 될 것입니다.
We are very honored to be in charge of the Vision Chains event. Today's event will be divided into two parts. The first part will have our panelists discuss core technologies, market analysis, strategies, and the roadmap of Vision Chain in detail. In the second part, we will introduce three companies among Vision Chain's friends, the D apps. As a reference, the number of D apps of Vision Chain is continually increasing, which is key to Vision Chain's success.
자, 그럼 바로 비전 체인의 프렌즈 서울 행사를 시작하겠습니다.
Now let's get started the Vision Chain and Friends Seoul event.
네, 공식적인 행사를 시작하기 위해서 그 비전 체인 탄생의 주역 중에 한 분이세요. 앞에 있는 비백 타파르. 굉장히 잘생기셨고 헌칠하십니다. 네, 비백 타파르의 비전 체인 전략 고문님인데 무대로 모시고 오프닝 스피치를 듣도록 하겠습니다.
To officially begin the event, we would like to invite one of the key players in Vision Chain, strategy advisor Vivek Tapper, to the stage for the opening speech. Advisor Vivek, please come up to the stage.
Hello. Annyeonghaseyo everyone. Namaste. Hello, Vision Chain and friends. Ji Iruman Vivek Tapper Imnida. Vision Chain A, Strategic Advisor Imnida. Chonin Vision Chain Yuchihago Shipsamnida. I hope I said that correctly. I hope everyone is excited to be here today. I know it's raining outside, the weather is a little gloomy, but everyone over here made it and we really appreciate that. And from the Vision Chain, we really appreciate you being our friends. And ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure and honor that I introduce you to Vision Chain, the future of blockchain technology. Today, you will discover how Vision Chain is set to become the leading blockchain technology of the world. Our global team, comprised of experts with many years of experience in the field, has dedicated countless hours, countless months, countless years in planning and perfecting this ecosystem. Their collective knowledge and unwavering commitment are the driving forces behind Vision Chain's innovative solutions. We're addressing many blockchain challenges. Throughout this presentation, you will gain insights into the various challenges of the blockchain technology. If you have any questions, please write them down, and we will try our best to inform you and answer them. Most importantly, you will discover how Vision Chain has more effectively solved these blockchain issues. We have amazing features, amazing advancements in the blockchain ecosystem. And throughout this presentation, you will also learn the personalities, the partnerships, the relationships, the CEO, the technology advisors of the Vision Chain ecosystem. So you have direct access to us. We have many amazing guests over here, VIPs, thank you very much, and honorable members of the Vision Chain team. In addition, we have an exciting event ahead of us and perks. To make today's event more special, we are thrilled to offer a raffle and fantastic prizes. Vision Chain airdrops to give you a taste of our technology. And speaking of taste, we will have a variety of snacks. Join us to explore the future of blockchain technology and see how Vision Chain is set to revolutionize the blockchain industry. 감사합니다.
말씀도 잘하시고 인물도 좋으시고 비백 어드바이저님 다시 한번 감사드립니다. 오늘 본행사를 빛내주기 위해서 VIP 분들이 또 이렇게 찾아주셨습니다. 한 분 호명하고 인사드릴 때 큰 박수로 좀 환영해 주십시오.
Today's VIPs from various fields have attended today's event despite of their busy schedules. So please welcome each VIP with a big round of applause as I introduce them one by one.
먼저 미국 P&J USA 창업자이신 장천민 회장님 참석해 주셨습니다.
First, Chairman Cheon-min Jang, the founder of P&J USA, has joined us.
다음은 RPR 코리아의 양주현 대표님 참석해 주셨습니다.
Next, we have CEO Ju-hyun Yang from RPR Korea.
다음은 멀리 필리핀에서 조셉 창 대표님 굉장히 먼 발걸음 해주셨습니다.
The next person to introduce is CEO Joseph Chang, who has traveled a long way from the Philippines to join us.
다음은 비썸 코리아의 소용호 상무님이 인사를 드려야 되는데 조금 늦으시는 것 같습니다. 오시면 인사드리도록 하겠습니다. 끝으로 베트남 메타샤크 컴퍼니 에이전시 대표 미스터 빈을 소개합니다.
Lastly, we would like to introduce Mr. Bin, the CEO of MetaShark Company in Vietnam.
베트남에서 제일 잘생기신 분입니다.
You're the handsomest guy in Vietnam.
다시 한번 귀한 발걸음 해주신 우리 VIP님들에게 감사 말씀을 드립니다.
Thank you again to the VIPs for making the precious journey.
다음으로 VIP 분들을 대표해서 축하 메시지를 전해주시는데요. RPR 코리아의 우리 양주현 대표님을 단상으로 모시도록 하겠습니다.
Next, on behalf of the VIPs, we would like to invite CEO Ju-hyun Yang from RPR Korea to the stage to deliver a congratulatory message.
여러분 반갑습니다. 제가 RPR 코리아 대표를 맡고 있는 양주현인데 저희 회사에 대한 소개는 제가 어떻게 해야 될지 좀 고민을 좀 했는데 일단은 제가 오늘 이제 이 자리에 오면서 제가 해왔던 일들에 대해서 좀 말씀을 드리고 하는 것이 좀 도움이 되실 것 같아서 저는 일단은 영미권 쪽 국가 특히 미국이나 영국의 특히 호주나 뭐 남아프리카 공화국이라든가 이런 나라들에서 주로 이제 국내 기업의 해외 진출이라든가 미국 기업이나 영국 기업들이 한국 진출을 돕는 관련된 비즈니스를 많이 해왔고요. 최근에는 나스닥에 상장한다거나 코스닥에 상장된 기업들의 해외 진출을 하는 일들을 돕는 그런 일들을 한 10여 년 넘게 해오고 있습니다. 그러니까 저는 이제 정치학자이고요. IT 비즈니스에 들어온 거는 한 25년 정도 되는데 여러 가지 일을 하면서 다양한 경험을 하게 된 것이 오늘 이제 이 자리에서 축사를 하게 되는 계기까지 되지 않았나 이렇게 생각을 하는데요. 제 주변에도 저는 이제 미국 쪽에 많은 이제 앵글로색슨 미국인들이 있는데 상당히 많이 저하고 교류를 하고 있는 미국인들이 이제 저한테 한결같이 권유하는 게 블록체인 비즈니스였습니다. 그때마다 저는 다 거절을 했었고, 근데 이제 이번에 이제 우연한 기회에 제가 이제 V-그란트에 이제 김 대표님을 만나면서 비전 체인을 접하게 되고 관련 자료를 좀 보면서 여기 이제 비슈아 대표가 계시지만은 갖고 있는 어떤 개념들이 좀 이거는 좀 말 그대로 비전이 있겠구나라는 생각이 들더라고요. 그래서 오늘 제가 드릴 수 있는 말씀은 블록체인의 어떤 새로운 디렉션, 새로운 방향을 줄 수 있겠구나라는 기대를 갖고 저도 오늘 이 포럼에서 접하는 정보나 이런 지식에 대해서 기대를 갖고 이 자리에 임하고 있다는 걸 말씀드리고요. 여러분들에게 새로운 기회가 생기고 블록체인을 통해서 이제는 융통화폐로서의 기능이라기보다는 어떤 자산, 어떤 밸류로서의 어떤 에셋으로서 바라보는 시각으로 변했습니다. 비트코인이 ETF로 들어가는 순간 또 이더리움마저도 ETF로 들어가는 상황에서는 이제는 블록체인의 방향은 자산으로서 어떻게 우리가 받아들이고 어떻게 만들어 가느냐가 중요하다고 생각을 하는데 그 선구자 역할을 할 수 있는 게 저는 비전 체인이라고 생각을 합니다. 제가 지금까지 접해본 제가 아는 지식의 범주 내에서는 그래서 여러분들에게도 좋은 기회가 될 수 있기를 바라는 마음에서 이곳으로 대신 축사를 대신하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
네, 뜻깊은 말씀 감사합니다. 참고로 우리 양 대표님께서는 미국 UC 버클리 박사 과정을 밟으시고요. 뉴욕 월스트리트에서 나스닥, 엔터테인먼트 투자 관련 사업 등을 30년간 해오신 명망이 있으신 분이십니다.
To briefly introduce about Mr. Yang, he has a PhD degree from UC Berkeley and has been involved in Nasdaq, entertainment, and investment-related business on Wall Street in New York for 30 years.
자, 이제 본격적으로 비전 체인의 여정과 성과에 대해 알아보는 시간을 가지겠습니다. 여러분이 그렇게 기다리시는 우리 비전 체인의 보스죠. 비슈와 CEO님을 모셔서 회사에 대한 소개와 비전을 들어보도록 하겠습니다.
Now, we will take time to learn about the journey and achievement of Vision Chain. Let's invite CEO Bishuat from Vision Chain to introduce the company and share their vision.
A very good afternoon to everyone. So, I'm here, Vishwanath, namaste, and thank you very much for being here on this great evening or great afternoon. And to translate, the energy, the warmth, the love that I have from Korea, it is amazing. Thank you everyone for coming in. The same warmth and love, I think so this will translate into technology of Vision Chain. So that's where our first stop or our first journey began in South Korea. So thank you everyone for being here. So let me just take you through where we are, and because you're all our friends, we wanted to share our journey, where we are and what we are currently doing, right? So if you look at the power of what we wanted to enable the blockchains of next generation is pretty simple. So blockchain has been there for almost 10 years, and if you actually look at, there are still a lot of challenges in blockchain, right? Some of the major challenges in blockchain, when you actually look at as a technology, is when you start translating this into transactions, the slowness of the transactions is still there because it's not scalable. And communication from one blockchain to other blockchain has always become a very big issue, right? So interoperability is not existing in the current blockchains. And blockchains are known for security. Blockchains are very, very well known for security. Great that there are no compute machines which can decipher blockchains. But do you know, when quantum computing comes into the picture, your blockchains are vulnerable. Already the existing blockchains are vulnerable with 51% of attacks on various blockchain protocols. So what if the next generation of computers or computing will come through quantum, and then the blockchain can be easily unlocked? So this is where Vision Chain comes with three major promises. One, scalability. You can scale at a speed. Second, interoperability. You can interoperate with multiple cross chains. And the third, quantum resistance. So though the quantum computing comes into the picture, our state of cryptography will enable the chain to be much more secure even when the quantum computing comes into the picture. So this is where our solution of scalable state sharding technique will come into the picture. And of course, our CTO will explain you all these details in much more technical way. But to give you a holistic approach, when we use shards, this will actually break a large transaction into a smaller or minor transactions, so which are easy and faster to execute. And then we have developed a very big, or very different algorithm for consensus, which is going to be much more fair sequencing based algorithm. So, we would be also looking at cross-chain intent fusion framework, which will help us to interoperate between different chains. So this is where we will be leveraging the latest and the greatest, which is the zero knowledge proof system, where you will be leveraging reusable KYC, reusable proof system, reusable verifiable system, and then we will be using DAG protocol, which is like the directed acyclic graph protocol, to make it much more faster, right? So when we look at the technology, the interoperations or the interoperability between the chains, which will be very seamless. So when you wanted to have, one more bigger innovation is, are we AI ready, right? So blockchain with AI nativeness is one more important feature that we actually bring in. So how we do that is, when a user wanted to do a transaction, he can actually do that in his natural language. In Korean, you just type in, I want to do a transaction. So it doesn't matter which chain, what is the, what you have on your wallet, what is the token which is there in the wallet. It just does the transaction. So that's where our AI readiness on the CIF, which is the cross-chain intent fusion framework, will actually work. As well, it's scalable. That means we have designated larger mempool, which will allow so many transactions. So there will not be a constraint in the speed of transactions. So, and one more is the novel, consensus algorithm, which is called the proof of visibility. So, which will enable transparent and a very fair-based sequence elections to elect a leader and then nominate to allocate these transactions. So, there are many more technology which will be explained by the next speaker, my CTO, Mr. Gopal. So when you look at how this complete platform will work, when a user, say for example, any one of you who has a Vision Chain wallet, will be typing in your natural language, your own language. And then you will be putting your intents, where the intent-centric wallet will understand whether it is a transaction, whether it is, whether it is a reversal, whether it is a purchase of a property, whether it is purchase of anything else. So based on this, there will be ZK sets. So these are nothing but bridges which will go into our mempool. So mempool is where the transactions get stacked with the priority. What is the priority of the transaction? So based on this, the leader election will happen in the fair sequencing method. And there are something called range proofs and random proofs. So this will enable security to a next level. So our solution is much more heavier than, or much more better than any of the existing chains. So these all new features which we have, including the consensus algorithm, including the Merkle tree generation, or the accumulator ZKVM, ZK node. Nobody in the blockchain industry has thought of where this aggregation would be. So if you actually look at Ethereum, which is one of the standards, and most of this is also a dream for Vitalik, that why can't we incorporate in existing Ethereum stack? But it is very, very difficult. Why? Because the stack is already built. It is built on legacy. So now the vision chain comes with those enhancements which no one in the blockchain industry has ever discussed, ever are able to execute. There are some blockchains now which are looking at intent centricity, but now Vision Chain has already been an intent-centric wallet right from the start. We don't have to migrate the users. We are making the users AI native. We are making the blockchain quantum resistant. We are making the advancements in the way that the blockchains operate, not only on the security but also with intelligence. So that is the power that we actually bring in. So our focus is initially to really look at the protocol licensing. So this protocol of Vision Chain can empower so many businesses across the world. So starting with financial world, where it would be used for loans, supply chain loans, trade loans, equity, tokenization, real world assets. So this protocol will be helping with quite a lot of dApps that would be powering. And to friends and family here, we have got some of our very interesting use cases already putting this on Vision Chain, which you will be seeing shortly. And then the token ecosystem. So the token ecosystem is one of the very important feature, or one of the most important metrics which we have designed with a careful evaluation of tokenomics, how this should be priced. And our tokens are not just any of those coins. We are very carefully designing the transaction, the governance, the transparency of how this particular governance model is going to impact. And that's where this becomes a very important part of our business model. And also the ecosystem. The ecosystem is not built in a day, because when we actually look at the dApps and its performance, there are a lot of new aspects that we want to bring in. Many applications, we wanted to keep them much more easier. So we have been developing a lot of SDKs for the developer community, so that more of dApps can be built on this particular ecosystem. So that's where we are actually bringing in easier dApp creation, low code platform, no code platform, so that the business users can start working on these kind of applications built on Vision Chain, right? So our major markets which we are looking at is, one, we start with the financial markets, which is with the DeFi, liquidity, supply chain ecosystem, tokenization of real world assets. So that is going to be one of the major ones. And then we will be also looking at DePIN, which is the the dApps for public infrastructure networks, like the telecom networks or the utility networks or the government services. So that could actually empower and help most of the use cases across the globe. And as well as dApps, which are centric to our ecosystem, where more of the blockchain developers across the globe can just develop the applications at a very, very rapid pace and a simple way, right? So that's quickly about those use cases. We look forward for more of the support. And once again, I would like to thank for coming in today and listening what we are doing, what are the innovations that we are bringing in here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
유익한 발표를 해주신 우리 비슈아님께 다시 한번 뜨거운 박수 부탁드립니다. 비슈아님의 이력에 대해서 잠시 말씀을 드릴게요. 비슈아 CEO는 블록체인과 핀테크 전문가이자
개발자인 기업가로서 오랜 시간 인도, 아랍에미레이트, 태국, 한국 등 수많은 고객사들과 엔터프라이즈 레벨의 블록체인 개발에 참여해왔습니다. 과거 이더리움 재단의 해커톤 대회, 해커 마라톤이라는 준말이 해커톤이에요. 해커톤 대회에서 대상을 수상도 하였고요, 여러 차례. 그리고 이제 인도 내 은행과 정부에 다양한 블록체인 솔루션을 공급하거나 서비스를 제공하고 있습니다. 또한 여러 탑티어 블록체인 프로젝트들에게 기술 컨설팅과 개발 지원을 해온 우수한 인적 네트워크를 바탕으로 지금 현재 비전 체인의 밝은 미래를 만들어 나가고 있습니다.
To briefly introduce the above Bishua, he is a blockchain and fintech expert, developer, and an entrepreneur who has been involved in the development of blockchain at the enterprise level to numerous clients in India, UAE, Thailand, and Korea for a long time. In the past, he won the grand prize in the hackathon competition of the Ethereum Foundation and provided various blockchain solutions or services to banks and governments in India. In addition, he is creating a bright future for Vision Chain based on his outstanding human network that has offered technical consulting and development assistance to various top-tier blockchain projects.
다음으로 비전 체인의 최고 기술 책임자 CTO라고 그러죠. 고쿨 알렉스 CTO님은 영상에 지금 보고 계시는데요. 이번 행사에 정말 오고 싶었지만 오시지 못했습니다. 그래서 줌으로 영상으로 최신 기술 발전에 대한 프레젠테이션을 듣도록 하겠습니다.
Next, it is time to learn about the latest technology development. The Chief Technology Officer of Vision Chain, Google Alex, supposed to make a presentation on this. But unfortunately, today's CTO Google is not able to attend the event. So he's greeting us through online.
그럼 고쿨 알렉스 CTO님을 줌으로 연결되었나요? 네, 연결해서 지금부터 발표를 듣도록 하겠습니다.
We will connect to the CTO of Alex Google via Zoom for his presentation.
Thank you. Hello friends, I am delighted to present the formidable features and future-forward capabilities of Vision Chain. Vision Chain is designed as a modular blockchain protocol powered by the creative convergence of state-of-the-art cryptographic primitives, novel consensus algorithm, and scalability engineering elements. It has evolved through countless iterations of research and rationalization. Hence, it is a really exciting experience to deep dive in the core components of this protocol in this forum. So let us see the main contents of the presentation. We will begin with an understanding about the core components and the feature highlights. And then we will first begin our exploration with a journey through the interoperability approach by understanding the zero-knowledge proof approach and the log contract system, interoperability layers and oracles. Then we will go to the intent integration method where we deliver intelligent experiences. And afterwards, we'll try to understand how Vision Chain is made quantum safe through the application of post-quantum cryptographic primitives. And then we will try to understand the fairness and fast-based consensus algorithm and how it is combined with our sharding techniques. And we will summarize the technology architecture of Vision Chain. So let us begin our journey with an understanding of the major highlights of Vision Chain. Vision Chain is designed as a modular blockchain montage. That means it is a creative convergence of a cross-chain, cross-layer interoperability approach powered by chain intersection proofs, which is radically very different from the existing cross-chain, cross-layer interoperability approaches of various chains. And it uses state-of-the-art combination of account abstraction and an intent solved system coupled with knowledge graph based semantic experience to make sure that the accounts, the blockchain accounts are very powerful, very user friendly, and intelligent. And the Vision Chain comes with a rapidly scaling mempool designed to address network congestion and provide parallel processing capabilities. And this uses a secure combination of shuffle sharding and state sharding technique that produces storage proofs. Then Vision Chain is engineered with a quantum safe consensus algorithm, which is proven based on cryptographic techniques that leverages single secret leader election. And the blocks are generated using a novel technique known as Verkle trees, which produces very efficient and very scalable blockchain states. And there are a lot more innovations inside the Vision Chain, which we will try to understand in the coming slides. Let us begin our journey with the intrinsic interoperability approach. So now we are hearing about chain abstraction, which is all about bringing together the blockchains of the world. And Vision Chain is aiming to achieve this chain abstraction through zero knowledge set based approach so that users from multiple blockchains and even within the single blockchain across multiple layers like the layer 1 and layer 2 and even application specific layer 3s, they can come together because they are exchanging the messages and events which will be converted into zero knowledge proofs. And because it is made possible through the first of its kind zero knowledge set implementation, together with a set of smart contracts, oracles, and relayers, which are explained in this slide. When we look at interoperability, it requires the source and destination. We have to control the assets in the source and destination. Hence, we use source controller contract and destination controller contract. And proofs are generated from the source and the destination. From these proofs, the combination is generated using another proof known as intersection proof. All these proofs are monitored by a proof interception oracle. This oracle is a very secure oracle, not like the traditional oracle, because it is interacting with zero knowledge proof. And there is a relayer which takes the asset from one source to the destination. And all of this is verified by a zero knowledge verifier contract. This is explained in the diagram depicted here, where we are seeing the source chain and destination chain on the left and right side. There are asset controller contracts which will lock the assets when the user expresses their desire to do an interoperable transaction, be it staking, swapping, or payment, or any other tokenization related transaction. Once the assets are locked, the events are generated by the smart contract. From the events, proofs of activity will be generated. And these proofs will be monitored by the relayer contract and relayer service. Using this source proof and destination proof, zero knowledge set combines them together and generates intersection proof. There is an oracle which will monitor the proofs, the zero knowledge intersection proof, and will notify the verifier. The verifier will verify the proof and inform the relayer to transfer the asset from source to destination. This approach is explained for a scenario here. Cross-chain intent. a cross-chain intent where the user want to transfer the asset from source to destination. First is liquidity locking on the source and destination. Once the liquidity is locked, the controller contract on the source and destination generate hashes of the asset and events. Then the zero knowledge proof is generated. The oracle listen to the proof and inform the verifier contract. The verifier verify the proof and inform the relayer. Relayer works with the intent handler contract. We will understand what is intent in the next section shortly. Once the relayer monitor the events, the relayer controller takes over, and then the transaction, the intent-based transaction will happen. So as we see here, the intersection proof is a novel approach from vision chain, which is the combination of source proof and the destination proof. And this can work across different blockchains and different layers, be it between Ethereum and Solana, or be it between Arbitrum and Polygon. This intersection proof will work in a seamless manner. And likewise, the proof intercept oracle. As we understand, oracle is a component that gathers the data from sources. This oracle infrastructure will listen to the proofs and will become the data source for proof verifier contracts. So this is our novel interoperability approach. Let us now understand what is intent and how we are enabling intelligent experiences using combination account abstraction and intelligent solver selection system. What is an intent in a nutshell? Intent is the expression of the aims and aspirations of users, because the users comes with desire. They are not completely aware of the end-to-end components of a blockchain, and they are not supposed to know it. Intent can encompass various goals, be it transferring assets, staking them, taking loan, or participating in a game or an auction, anything of that sort. So here, all the type of experiences are defined as contracts, and then they will be connected to a set of solvers. Solvers are protocols and people and programs which has defined workflow for executing the user intents. Thus, intents need solvers, and they are set of algorithms. But what is happening in the current intent protocols are there are not sufficient solvers to execute intents. And we have come up with an approach to solve it. We have created dynamic auction method, which is very beneficial to people, programs, and protocols. The solvers participate in dynamic Dutch auction, and these auction methods, in Dutch auction, what happens is price starts high and decreases with time. So whoever solve the intent or come up with a solution faster, they will get better rewards. And the solvers who has maximum availability also get another incentive. This ensures that the availability and efficiency of the intent solvers are maximum, and those solvers get rewards. Now, in addition to this, we are enabling these solvers with artificial intelligence through our unique approach known as semantic intelligence. Solvers will listen to AI-generated, large language model-generated knowledge graphs. These knowledge graphs are generated from the user intent, and the user intent data will be stored on a vector database, and a graph neural network, a large language model-based graph neural network, will listen to this intent and generate the knowledge graph. This knowledge graph can be used by the solver to come up with innovative solutions for the user intent. And then let us see this in a diagram. The user sent their intent to a mempool. That mempool we have designed as a very scalable and very efficient mempool through something known as directed acyclic graph, which we will see in the next section. The user intent is coming into a mempool. The solver protocols, programs, and people, they will subscribe to the intent. Then the solver will participate in a dynamic Dutch auction. Based on the result of the auction, the user select the solver and decide to execute the transaction. So intent execution begins now. And intents are executed using a paradigm known as account abstraction. In this paradigm, every account is a smart contract. Instead of using the basic accounts, externally owned accounts as in the traditional blockchains, smart contract based accounts are way more powerful because you can add validation logic, you can add additional digital signature schemes, you can add paymasters. All these capabilities comes with account abstraction. And we can also batch transactions into groups and save the fees. And you can recover your wallets in case of losing the private key because it enables multi-signature and multi-party computation schemes. And it also helps us to enable social recovery, social login. All these features are enabled through the combination of intent and account abstraction. And through this approach, we enable modular account. So in this modular blockchain, in the vision chain, we have modular accounts. Then we use a component known as bundler. Bundler is the service bundle or group the transactions, and they will work very closely with the solver. So this bundler engine aggregate transactions from the intent into a single one, and it reduces the need for broadcasting individual transaction to the group because it bundles it, and it reduces the network congestion in the wallet side itself. The bundlers can also prioritize transactions based on urgency of fees, thus making the transactions more economical and more interactive and more efficient. And we mentioned about paymasters. Paymasters can handle the fees and eliminate the need for users to manage complex fee structures and getting worried about volatile gas prices. And sometimes this is very efficient for in transactions like games, like lotteries, and different other use cases where we have large number of users, maybe social networks, maybe money streaming. All these use cases, paymasters are going to be very, very useful. And the payment can also be done in different kind of tokens. The native chain token or other cryptos, NFTs, fiat can also be used by the paymaster. So this sums up the section on our intelligent, interactive experiences. Now let us try to understand how Vision Chain is quantum safe. What are the quantum challenges to blockchain? There is an algorithm known as store algorithm, which is an algorithm which can break conventional cryptography like the RSA, Diffie-Hellman, or elliptical cryptography, because it has the ability to factorize prime numbers and solve discrete log algorithm problems. Because these intelligent prime number factorization and discrete log algorithm solving problems are at the root of public key cryptography. So what happens is from the public key, If a quantum computer is having Shor algorithm implemented in it, from the public key it can infer the private key. All of us know what will happen if the attacker knows the private key. They can drain the account, they can drain the wallet and get the entire money, entire fund in a wallet. This is the threat from a quantum computer using Shor algorithm. And this is depicted in this diagram. Once the attacker listen to a public chain and get the public key, from the public key they derive the private key. Using the private key, they can drain the wallet in no time. And to solve this problem, the worldwide cryptographers have looked at various options. They understood RSA, Diffie-Hellman, and elliptical curve are not safe. And they have done competitions worldwide and shortlisted 5 to 6 techniques known as lattice-based cryptography, code-based cryptography, hash-based cryptography, isogenic cryptography, and multivariate cryptography. And later what happened is, in this program, they have understood the security of isogenic cryptography and multivariate cryptography are doubtful and realized the top 3 contenders for quantum safe cryptography or quantum resistant cryptography are lattice-based approaches, code-based approaches, and hash-based approach. Among this, lattice-based approach has proven to be the most efficient and most scalable approach. So, Vision Chain has adopted lattice-based cryptography inside the consensus, sharding, and data availability layers. We will understand how it is implemented in the coming slides. So using lattice-based cryptography, the leader election in Vision Chain is executed, the shuffle sharding is executed using lattices, and the data storage, the data availability from Vision Chain is again using lattice-based cryptographic technique called as homomorphic hashing. So what is lattice-based cryptography? Lattice is nothing but a geometrical arrangement of vectors. It's a set of linear integer combination of basis vectors. As you see in this diagram, it's an infinitely long multi-dimensional grid. And in the grid, there are certain problems like finding the shortest vector, which is very, very difficult, even for the quantum computer. Because this vector is designed in such a way that even if you change a single vector arrangement, the entire lattice topology or entire lattice grid will be affected. Hence, the shortest vector in this lattice is a very, very, very formidable problem. And together with this, we have combined verifiable random functions. To generate verifiable random functions, we are passing an input along with public and private key. So the output of the verifiable random function is a random number. And this random number can be verified using zero knowledge proof. This is all about verifiable random functions. And we have combined them together using a technique known as lattice-based verifiable random functions. In lattice-based verifiable random functions, what happens is when we pass the secret key, the public key, and an input, the lattice-based mathematical function generate the randomness. And this can be verified using the zero knowledge proof. This is the novelty. And this is used in our consensus, sharding, and our data availability layer extensively. So let us understand how this post-quantum cryptography is used in Vision Chain. So Vision Chain achieves single secret key election and shuffle and state sharding and data availability proof using the lattice-based VRF. So what is the single secret leader election? Single secret leader election is all about selecting a leader from a group of participants by using a shared randomness element. So every participant need to compute randomness, meeting a threshold criteria. Whichever participant solve this problem is able to become the leader. And it's all about, they have to compare with the shared randomness. So everyone knows they don't need to share the value because everyone has the verifiable random function with them. And everyone knows how to verify the randomness. So whoever computes it, it becomes, they don't need to share it. So this is way more efficient than the proof of work mechanism used in Bitcoins and proof of work blockchains. And the leader is secret. Only when the leader want to explain, the leader can remain hidden unless they chose to reveal themselves. So this is secret leader election. What is the benefit of single secret leader election? Because the leader is discreet, is secret, an attacker doesn't know who is the leader when the consensus happens. And it is secure against distributed denial of service attacks and denial of service attacks. And because the technique uses random functions, verifiable random functions, which everyone has a share of it, the leader and the other nodes doesn't need to communicate extensively. The number of communication rounds is very, very less compared to other consensus mechanisms. It is reduced to a single round of communication. And then it can work with large number of participants because even when the number of participants increases, we are only selecting a single leader in each round. So this is highly scalable. The communication round is very less and it is very secure because an attacker doesn't know who is the leader in the time of consensus. And we are using a mempool known as dashboard acyclic graph-based mempool, as we are seeing in this diagram. This is a mempool where every edge represents the transactions. And this allows parallel processing. You can process transactions in parallel, and the transactions are ordered in a parallel fashion, not in a linear fashion. And another benefit is, since they are ordered parallelly, and since the communication is parallel, the communication and ordering can happen separately. And this is a huge achievement because traditional linear mempools, UTXO-based mempools, blockchain mempools, the transaction broadcasting and transaction ordering are coupled together. Here, this can happen in a separate fashion. So the benefit is that directed acyclic graph-based mempool can scale horizontally. You can add more nodes and it will increase your parallel processing capacity. And because it can handle large volume of transactions, you can alleviate network congestion issues. It can handle network delays and outages better because it's not based on linear ordering. And yes, we are arriving at proof of visibility. The proof of visibility is all about the combination of leader election and the proofs. So here we are using the combination of the random proof and the range proof we have generated earlier. And at the heart of it, it is all about something known as time lock puzzle. This puzzle makes sure that the data proof is shared, is visible only after the randomness proof is verified by everyone. And it is verified by validator nodes. You can run the Vision Chain validator node even on a mobile device. That is the scalability of Vision Chain. Now let me quickly summarize the approach by just showing you one more section quickly. It is all about Merkle tree. Merkle tree is an enhancement over the traditional Merkle tree based approach. And it will help you to reduce the computation cost significantly because it can scale and expand faster than the traditional Merkle trees. And using the Merkle tree, we implement shuffle state shortening. Shuffle is implemented using randomness, which we have generated in the earlier section using lattice-based approach. And these shards communicate with each other through the Merkle proofs, and it makes sure the communication is secure. And let me summarize the vision chain technology. Vision chain is bringing together leader nodes for consensus, validator nodes for verification, prover node for interoperability and consensus, sharding nodes for storing the blockchain states in a very lightweight manner, data availability node for securely storing the entire proof, and the intent solver nodes for executing the intent, and bundler nodes for account abstraction. So this is a completely modular blockchain protocol system. That with this slide, please let me summarize the vision chain technology. Thank you so much, all of you, to listen to my presentation. I'm looking forward to hear from you. Please share your questions, comments, reviews. We are looking forward to your support. Thank you very much.
유익한 말씀을 전해주신 우리 고쿨님께 다시 한번 멀리서 계시지만 큰 박수로
Thank you so much, Google, for your presentation.
Pleasure. Pleasure.
우리 고쿨 CTO님에 대해서 잠깐 설명을 드리겠습니다. 그 세계 최고의 컨설팅 회사에서 디렉터죠, 디렉터 이사직을 맡고 계시고요. 전 세계 블록체인 프로젝트들을 분석하고 평가하는 일을 해오는 대단한 인재십니다. 글로벌 최정상 블록체인 프로젝트의 기반이 되는 최고 수준의 기술 설계를 통해서 지금 현재 비전체인에 생명을 불어넣고 있으면서 비전체인이 극강의 상호 운영성, 아까 말씀을 들으셨겠지만 상호 운영성과 최고 수준의 보안성을 가지도록 기술적 우위를 보장한 글로벌 넘버원 블록체인 전문가입니다.
To give a brief introduction about Google Alex, he has been a director at a top consulting firm and has analyzed and evaluated blockchain projects worldwide. Google knows exactly the latest technological trend in blockchain and what technical design is needed to create the best project. As the leading blockchain global expert, he has breathed life into Vision Chain through cutting-edge technological design and ensured the technological excellence of Vision Chain with extreme interoperability and the highest level of security.
이제 다시 우리 그 프로젝트의 경쟁력, 경쟁력을 이제 분석해서 또 이야기해 주실 우리 비슈아 CEO님을 다시 단상으로 모시도록 하겠습니다.
Now, let's invite CEO Vishwa back to the stage to analyze the competitiveness of our project.
Hello, everyone. So, right from technology, hope you love what is there in the technology. So many technology components, right? So it's not so easy to comprehend, but thanks to Gokul for really putting this very, very well. He has given you high-level overview, but most interestingly, let me also see how different we are, how better we are, or how bad we are, on the technology when compared with some of the best blockchains in the industry, right? So, how many of you love Solana? Raise your hands. Solana? We all love? Okay. How many of us love Ethereum? Oh, everybody, right? How many of you love Vision Chain? Oh! Yes. So, the same love, if you actually look at, yes, our Vision Chain is much more better than any of these competitors, right? So when we actually look at Ethereum, at this moment it's 30 transactions per second. And it can also scale to 1 lakh transactions or, about 100,000 transactions with Ethereum 2.0. It is already there. So it's high, but it is not at its best. When we actually look at Polygon, it is a side chain which is moderate, which is good, very very good, but it's on the side chain. It is not on the main chain. But when we look at one of our favorites, Solana, and then it's like 65K, which is moderate. Just look at Vision Chain. It's on the top with 100K plus transactions per second. The latency is pretty low. So this gives us a competitive advantage of being one of the fastest, chains on the earth. Right? So let me talk about scalability. So when you want, all the blockchains in the world look for these important things, right? Transactions per second. Scalability is one more important feature where we have a capability to really look at how fast we can scale to a new innovation, to a speed with no comparison. How many times your transaction got delayed in your wallet? Multiple times? 6 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes. So there are quite a number of delays that happen in your transactions. But what Vision Chain comes up, as Gokul rightly said, is the dynamic sharding and side chains. So there are million transactions per second. That is the possibility. We have the biggest memory pool size than any of these chains. When compared to any one of them, we have a competitive advantage, in terms of the number of transactions that we could capacitate, or the priority of the transaction assignment or intelligent transaction assignment can be done by using our blockchain. So when compared to these, the other favorites, they are good, they're not bad, but they're not as best as Vision Chain. So interoperability, this will be very big challenge because there are a lot of blockchains, and interoperating between one token to the other is going to be a challenge, and none of them is providing a right solution, right? So we are here with the ability to do the interoperability without any compromise. As well, the usability, what I say is, it is always complex to transact on the wallets, right? It is not easier. You need to have knowledge. Korea is one of the most advanced nations to adopt this kind of technology. They understand. But when we look at some of the education from the World Index on the wallets, it is blockchain usability is the lowest in most of the countries. They cannot still use or leverage, blockchain wallets or, blockchain technology. The reason is it is complex, it is not usable. But that's where Vision Chain is coming up with this AI-powered, AI-centric, usable experiences where users can use natural language, users can use AI to do or let the system know what are their intents. So that is the intent centricity, the usability, right? So of course, many of them are starting adopting the same thing. Maybe they might come, but Vision Chain is already in an advanced step to have these kind of experiences for our users. So, overall, when we actually look at, the approach of, how we are able to scale, interoperate, and as well as increase the number of transactions per second, Vision Chain stands at its best, right? So that's the quick overview of competitive analysis, but I would love to hear any questions that can come and to see if we can actually discuss over the break to understand how better we are from when compared to the other chains. Yep. Thank you.
경쟁 분석을 종합적으로 해주신 우리 비슈아님께 다시 한번 뜨거운 박수 부탁드립니다.
Thank you, Vishana, for the comprehensive competitive analysis.
다음으로 비전 체인의 최고 사업 개발 책임자이신 알타 CBDO님을 모시고 시장 마켓에 대한 전략적 방안을 들어보도록 하겠습니다.
Next, let's invite Chief Business Development Officer of Vision Chain, Arta, to the stage to listen the strategic plan for the market.
큰 박수로 환영해 주십시오. 네.
Hi everyone, that's great that everyone made an exercise before my presentation. And now you know why Vision Chains is so great, why it will be better than other chains. But we also need to talk how we will get to that place, how we will do the user acquisition, how we will get the D-apps in our chain and why they should come to us. And starting talking about it, we should ask a question. So, talking about it, we need to ask a question. Where are all the users? Recently, DeepRadar made a report about that in July 2024, there are now more than 10 million daily active wallets on blockchain. It's a lot, right? It looks a lot, but we can also admit that currently there are more than 5 billion users of internet. More than 5 billion. If I remember correctly, it's 5 billion 350 million, around that. But let's have a look what it was in 1990. It was only 3 million people had an access to internet. It was only 24 years ago, 3 million people, and now it's 5 billion 450 million. The results are quite good, right? And 10 million daily active users are also not the end of the Web3 journey, because all of us understand what kind of benefits we can get, where your information is stored in a way you can do anything you want with your information. You can do anything you want with your data. You can sell it, you can own it. And it's a progress. But is Web3 ready to it? To be honest, I don't think so, because everything needs time. In 1990s, there was a lack of hardware. People didn't have too much computers, laptops, iPhones, other phones. They didn't have the access, they didn't have the hardware to get to internet. Now everyone has it. But why Web3 doesn't have all the 5 billion users there? Because there are educational problems, educational issues that should be solved. There are behavior issues that should be solved. Currently, all the Web3 technology isn't so easy to be used for general people. We don't understand how to use all the wallets, how to buy crypto, how to go to the DeFi. You know what it takes. I need to somehow get my money that I earned on my job to a wallet. How to do it? For it, I need to spend, I don't know, I need to have a Web3 education to do it. I need to go to a high school to just download my wallet and go to DeFi protocol, put the money there. And that's one of the most important questions that we in Vision Chain as well can solve to make it easier for everyone use Web3 technologies. We will try to do it as much user-friendly as it possible and take the time of signing transactions. Like how we were already told, are you waiting your transaction to be done? And I'm not talking about when your transactions are canceled, when the blockchain is too busy. And paying big amount of money for each transaction, it will not make it user-friendly. So going straight with Vision Chain, we will change everything that is about Web3 and making it very accessible for any people, any person that want to be involved in it, that want to use. with our blockchain, there will not be need some guides to start using it, because it will become as intuitive as it possible. You don't need to sign transactions. You don't need to do it. You just can say, hey, I want to send my funds to my friend, and it will be done without copying your wallet, checking if all the numbers and letters are in the right place, so you will not send the money to a stranger, you will not be fished with someone or scammed. So you just can do it like you are doing it in your banking account, as easy as it possible. And doing it in an efficient way, where you don't need to sign every transaction anytime. It's taking so much time to do it, you know, like if you, like just imagine you're playing a game and you need to do some actions there. You can't sign transaction anytime, because signing transaction will take you more time than your gaming experience. And with Vision Chain, it can be solved. And of course, the price of transactions, it's just going to almost zero. So when we're talking about GTM for blockchain, for layer 1 or layer 2, we need to understand that we should concentrate on 3 major pillars. Why investors will use it? I can do this, right. How users will interact and why they will interact, and with what they will interact with. Because only blockchain isn't a place where users will come. There should be built some applications that users will use. In our case, we are focusing on DeFi protocol, on GameFi, that is the most active space in Web3. There are the most amount of users are currently based in GameFi, if we're talking about blockchain. Then the second place is going to social apps, and the third place is DeFi. But the DeFi also have a very big influence on the blockchain, because most of the money, most of the funds of these guys, here are them, they are going to DeFi, to staking, to bringing liquidity that will be used on the chain. And to make it all happen, to bring all the apps that will be used by the regular people, we will create an ecosystem on Vision Chain. We will help developers with SDK integrations. We will build the community around our chain, and the community around the apps will come to the Vision Chain community as well. We will educate people why it's important to use Web3. We will educate developers why it's important to make the transaction seamless, to make the use of blockchain seamless. But everything is cool, but we will also provide some grants to the projects. So there will have opportunity to build real solving products that can solve your problems in real life. They can make your life easier. And to make it easier for the users integration, we will also do an airdrop campaign. It will be one of the main parts that will help us to make brand awareness of Vision Chain easier and faster. So here are our targets for our near future. How I already said, we're targeting 1 billion users brought from Vision Chain, but it took 24 years for the internet to bring 5 billion people, and I think it will take also time for us for the blockchain to bring 1 billion people in Web3. So there are several main, I will say, targets, KPIs that we are looking for. First of all, the users and wallets that are in the chain. The D-apps, applications that will be built on the chain. The money is like total value locked. The money that are coming to the chain. It's also one of the empowerment metrics there. nodes, and of course, global ranking of the tokens that I think regular people also interested to see. And to make it everything happen, we will start with point farming campaign when the testnet will be launched. So we will give possibility for the users do activity test other different type of applications and farm points to be eligible for some kind of airdrop. Maybe it's not 100% information. And then we will provide our technical SDK, our wallets, to be integrated with already famous apps, already established to unlock new opportunities in Web3. Then we will start working with startups, providing them grants, helping them with an accelerator and educational programs. And of course, in the last stage, we will bring an ecosystem fund to be ensured that we can create all the infrastructure we need. We can invest in the projects we want to bring to the ecosystem. And that will make Vision Chain one of the biggest and greatest ecosystem in Web3. So thanks a lot and have a good time.
네, 얼타님 다시 한번 네, 큰 박수로 네, 감사 말씀드립니다. 명쾌하게 설명을 잘 해주신 것 같아요. 그 알탕님에 대해서 잠깐 소개 말씀드리면요. 알탕님은 블록체인 엑셀러레이터로 활동하고 있습니다. 수십 개의 블록체인 스타트업 회사들의 컨설팅, 인큐베이팅을 전문적으로 수행했고 또 유명 프로젝트들과 협업을 통해서 비전체인 DM 육성 및 생태계 활성화 그리고 이제 전략적 사업 계획 수행에 굉장히 중요한 역할을 하고 있습니다.
He works as a blockchain accelerator, specializing in consulting and incubating dozens of blockchain startups companies. And he collaborates with many famous projects as well. His experience plays a crucial role in formulating and executing strategic business plans for fostering Vision Chain D-apps and empowering the ecosystem.
자, 이제 그 1부 순서의 마지막 순서입니다. 예, 우리 그 미래의 로드맵 굉장히 중요하죠, 그죠? 미래 로드맵과 비전 가치에 대해서 우리 비슈아 CEO님이 다시 나오셔서 설명을 드리도록 하겠습니다.
Thank you, Artak, for analyzing the go-to-market strategy that the project will make. Next, let's invite CEO Bishuan back to the stage to share the vision and value of roadmap.
Hello again. You know, I did the most exercise in this room, right? Not the stretches which are told, but you know, I have done thrice, you know, coming onto the stage. I'll bore you today, but you know, it's the most exciting thing here. The most exciting thing here is Vision Chain, so it's not me, right? So let me just tell you what is our roadmap. Roadmap is like old, like you know, we should have an air map, so where we can fly much more faster, right? So we have our air map, which actually tells the token issue, which we are already doing it at this moment. So we will be slowly announcing our token issue and the strategy, you know, in this month. We have already begun and we have already progressed to some extent. And then our first bigger milestone for Vision Chain is the protocol release. So this is the beta. This is the most important milestone for us. Why? Because whatever we spoke today, is it reality? So that is where this validation comes from. So the protocol release is the developer SDK, and then we will have the developer SDK and testnet release in the month of December. So all the developers across the world can tell, yes, Vishwa, this is a great chain, or maybe Vishwa, there are some improvements that are required. So we will hear from the world in building a lot of these applications. We will support them. We will actually try to give them more enablement to build such kind of beautiful applications, decentralized applications on top of the SDK. And then in April 2025, that's the next year, I'm going to be here along with you, my first place where we started the Vision Chain session. We will be rolling out in April 2025 the mainnet. So this is one more bigger milestone which we will really look at to make it happen. And of course, from there, it's the general distribution across. We will be looking at enterprises, B2B, DeFi networks, deep-in networks, gamify applications. This will be our run map or our roadmap or maybe the air map to travel to the trajectory of being world's best blockchain. That's Vision Chain. Okay? So we look forward for this roadmap to be executed, and the first milestone, which is the testnet release, is not so long. So we look forward for making this a reality. Yeah. So any questions we will definitely discuss, and thank you very much for again hearing me out.
비슈와 CEO님의 로드맵 굉장히 임팩트 있게 말씀하셨죠. 이대로라면 아마 비전체의 미래는 굉장히 무궁무진해 보입니다. 초기에 이렇게 함께 하시게 된 여러분들에게 아마 굉장히 큰 빛이 되지 않을까 그렇게 생각되고요.
With the roadmap outlined by CEO Bishwa, the future potential Vision Chain project seems limitless. We wish that your early involvement with us will brighten your future.
네, 2부 첫 순서는 업계 우리 전문가 패널분들이 비전 체인 채택의 이점에 대한 의견을 나누는 패널 토론 시간입니다.
The fourth part of session 2 is a panel discussion that industry experts share their views on the benefit of adopting Vision Chain.
비슈와 비백, 알타, JP님께서는 패널로 참여하시기 때문에 단상하러 올라와 주시고요.
Bishwan, Vivek, Artak, and JP will be a panelist. Let's invite our panelists to the stage with a big round of applause.
네, 올라오실 때 가장 마음에 드시는 분 계단 올라오실 때 큰 박수 부탁드립니다. 내일 박수가 많이 나오시는 분들 찾고 있습니다.
Hello. All right. Thank you, everyone, for still being over here and being very patient and taking time to listen to all of our presentations. So we're going to have a very light and easy panel discussion right now. I know you guys heard about a lot of technology, a lot of marketing. So we're going to keep it on a lighter note. So I'm going to ask you, gentlemen, over here, this is for each one of you. If Vision Chain were a celebrity in the crypto space, in the crypto world, who would it be and why?
Should I go first?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so. It's Iron Man. Because he's more futuristic and always ready for the challenge. So that's what Vision Chain is.
That's a good one.
From my perspective, it could be Warren Buffett because he's providing real access to investment side without big things like let's go to 100x's on it or something like this, but a more realistic investment opportunity, and I think that's it.
Well, I might be confrontational here, but I'm going to say Elon Musk just for the vision, because I think the vision on Vision Chain is amazing. It's in the name, there you go. So, without the politics, without the complications, without the arrogance, but I think the vision of where this can go is just amazing. So I would say Elon Musk, if that's okay.
Very impressive answers over here. Iron Man, Warren Buffett, and Elon Musk. All right, let's talk about future fantasy. Imagine it's the year 2030, and Vision Chain has become the backbone of all digital transactions. What groundbreaking technology or feature do you think will be the most talked about in the part of Vision Chain's journey? I think, Vishwa, you can take that one?
Yeah, at that point of time, AI and quantum will become much more personalized or much more commercialized. and that's where the intelligent machines with quantum will become the most talked feature of Vision Chain, which will be definitely the backbone for the entire payments across the world. Be it in the space of DeFi or maybe in the space of GameFi. So that's the topic which I'm thinking it will be talked much.
Considering you guys are already getting AI ready, so that's a good vision over there. All right, we're going to talk about gamification in marketing. Blockchain technology and gaming are merging in exciting ways. How is Vision Chain leveraging gamification in its marketing efforts to attract a broader audience? Arthur, you may want to take that question.
Yeah, sure. So how I already told that gamify projects is taking the biggest share of the Web3 market. Currently, the most of the users are there, and it's because it's the simplest way to onboard people to some of technologies or anywhere as well, because usually most of the people are playing games and most of the young generation is playing games, and that's why the easiest way in Vision Chain as well should think about how to get great big game developer studios. I know that in Korea there are a lot of big game dev studios as well that can be integrated with Vision Chain and bringing the opportunity of seamless gaming experience.
And I'm going to just do a two-pronged question with your go-to-marketing strategy that you spoke about. Do you foresee the gamification and the Asian market working with Vision Chain proactively and using the strategy that you have using a gamified method?
Yes, of course. You mean I think anyway in the future gaming studios will use blockchain technologies in their games as to provide ownership of the assets, to provide the opportunity to, now you're playing a game and you're earning some crystals in the games, you're buying them, but you can't sell it even usually. So I think it's not honest, it's not fair, and it will be changed in the future, and Vision Chain can do it.
Excellent. So let's talk about tech-savvy trends. With NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse capturing headlines, how is Vision Chain planning to tap into these trends to boost its visibility and adoption? JP, you may want to take that one.
Sure, happy to. I think to answer your question specifically, let me answer what I feel Vision Chain can do generally. I think today, blockchains that exist are just scratching the surface, just beginning, and providing areas where people can play. It's not serious, it's just a bit of DeFi, a little bit of NFTs, a bit of gaming. But if you go into the future and imagine a world where every financial transaction, every information exchange, your identity, my immigration card when I came in the airport this morning, all my assets, all my machines, all my IoT devices, all integrated on the blockchain, you cannot do that with what is alive today. You cannot do that with existing blockchains. You need future-looking blockchain visions and visionaries to take that to the next level. Now, to answer your question specifically, I think NFTs, Metaverse, are a way to make blockchain real, a way to make blockchain physical. A lot of problems with blockchain today is that most people don't get it. It's a place where I can lose my money, make a lot of money, but most people lose money. A place where I can play games, but it's a bit complicated. So Metaverse, NFTs, it's a way to make all this interesting. We've had a first round, which was quite good. We have future rounds of Metaverse and NFTs coming, which will be much more seamless. And I want you to take an example of marketing gamification. That's the next big trend coming next year, I think, in marketing technology. Imagine all the coupons and vouchers that you use for 7-Eleven for shopping. Imagine those being on the blockchain. Imagine those being in the metaverse. You walk around downtown Seoul, you see a coupon, you catch it. It's augmented reality, it's real reality, and then you use it in a shop, and then it's on the blockchain. So there's so many interesting topics that are coming. And I'm sorry for the translators, I've been speaking a lot and very fast, but I think it's really exciting to see visionary blockchains coming to market, you know, the version 3, version 4 of what the tech can be. Did that answer your question?
That was good. That was good. I'm going to add one more question. I'll address this to Vishwa. It wasn't part of the script. So when we talk about NFTs, many real-world assets right now are using the simplified NFT method to bring their project onto the blockchain. How do you foresee Vision Chain and just utilizing that? You can give us some information on how we can.
Sure. So maybe I'll just generalize the topic. May not be of NFT, which is non-fungible token, which is again following the principle of tokenization. So tokenization in general is revolutionizing the world. So if you actually look at the financial assets, which are maintained by BlackRock, is like 3.8 trillion, JP Morgan 2.2 trillion. So likewise, there are a lot of these asset management companies which are looking towards, tokenization in general. The reason is very simple. When you tokenize on blockchain, the cost of operations, the issuance, the fractional ownership, and the redemption are pretty simple. So they are going. So JP Morgan's head has told that this tokenization, the power of tokenization, which blockchain is bringing, is not a revolution. It is an evolution. Why? Because we have evolved from traditional asset management of real-world assets to a blockchain-based assets. So you assume that every nook and corner of the world is actually going to this particular revolution or an evolution, and this is a reality. And blockchain is the one which should empower it. But whether the current blockchain is capable is a question mark. So that's when Vision Chain's blockchain will be one of those solutions which can do the real-world asset tokenization, issuance, redemptions, as well as the complete lifecycle management in a very seamless way. So that's what I look forward to.
That was very powerful. The life cycle and the evolution of technology and how blockchain is growing, and the way Vision Chain has, adapted and solved problems for these solutions. We gave a solution for these problems. Excuse me. I'm going to go on to my next question: crypto influencers. It's a big part of the blockchain game. So, in the world of social media influencers and crypto advocates, who would be your dream ambassador for Vision Chain, and how would you envision them promoting the platform? Mr. JP?
Can I say Elon Musk again?
You can.
No, I think actually, so this is going to be controversial, but I think actually the biggest ambassadors that are going to make blockchain universal will be the governments. And that's going to be like a shocking answer, but I think that's what's missing today to make it mainstream. And what's great to see is that blockchains that really look at the future, like Vision Chain, and are making it so that the blockchain can be compliant, will make the government an ambassador, the government an ally. And I think that's the best influencer. So I know it's not your traditional answer, but I think that's the way to go.
That's a very good answer, because we're all waiting on the government to give us some sort of compliance, right? And I'm based out of America. When SEC says something, the whole world is listening. But meanwhile, each country is coming up with their own blockchain adoption rules and securities. So the government is a big influencer. I thought I was the biggest influencer.
By the way, as we speak, South Korea has done virtual asset regulatory, in the mainstream today. So the governments are really getting fast-tracked and trying to adopt this particular thing, in a very much regulated and a controlled fashion. But they are coming in a big way towards this.
It's a great day. Vision Chain is here doing his presentation, and the government is breaking the rules, opening up the doors. All right, so we're going to go back to Vision Chain superpowers. I think you already answered the superhero, but if Vision Chain had a superhero power to solve one major global issue, what would it be, and how would you market this superpower to the world?
So
I can take one. Resistance, maybe, because it can save your assets during, even when quantum computers will be released. So I think that's the main superpower
Absolutely. I mean, maybe the antonym for resistance, which is usability, which is one of the bigger things which I say, where intelligence, artificial intelligence, helping the human intelligence, doing, all the activities, be it the life cycle events like payments or life cycle events like digital identity. So I think so these are the things which will transform and make the world one unified place. So that's one of the superpower I think so will.
I may want to answer my own question over here. I'll give a biased answer. I feel blockchain will make a global impact with a goal to net zero. So, you'll see my upcoming presentation about that, doing a little marketing right now, but the goal to net zero and utilizing the blockchain technology, the vision technology, vision chain will be super helpful, and, I'm excited to have you guys join that journey. All right, so I'm actually going to ask the audience, maybe Jasmine, a question. Jasmine, you awake over there? All right, so I'm going to ask you a surprise question. Which of these Korean dramas that you can compare Vision Chain to? Okay, which of these Korean dramas would you compare Vision Chain to? And I hope you watch the dramas. Okay, right? Do you? No, you don't? No. I do.
The world watches. The world watches.
The world watches Korean dramas all the time. So, yeah. I'm not Korean. I watch them. So maybe somebody else can answer me over here. So you have Crash Landing on You, you have Ichiwan Class, and you have Startup. Okay, thank you so much, gentlemen.
Thank you.
흥미로운 토론을 보여주신 우리 모든 패널리스트분께 다시 한번 뜨거운 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
Thank you to all the panelists for the interesting discussion.
다음은 D 앱에 대한 소개를 하도록 하겠습니다. D 앱이 뭔지 아시죠? 네, 비전 체인이 이제 그 엔진이라고 보면은 엔진을 활용해서 만드는 부분들을 이제 D 앱이라고 볼 수 있죠. 거기서 앱들도 만들어주고 여러 가지가 또 조인이 되겠죠. 저희가 DF들이 굉장히 많이 지금 형성이 되고 있는데요. 그 중에서 오늘 DF 프로젝트 소개 시간을 한 3개 정도 회사를 드리도록 하겠습니다. 먼저 첫 번째 소개할 프로젝트는 그릿입니다. 그릿 프로젝트는 블록체인 기술과 전통적인 복권 시스템을 결합하여 공정하고 투명한 생태계를 조성하는 혁신적인 내용을 담고 있습니다.
Next, we will have a project introduction time. The first project is Grid. The innovative Grid project combines blockchain technology with the traditional lottery system to create a fair and transparent ecosystem.
소개해 주실 분은 오늘 유일하게 여성 패널이십니다. 그릿 홍보 담당 제이미 님입니다.
The person who's going to introduce about this is Jamie, who is in charge of promoting Grid.
남자분들보다 더 큰 박수로 환영해 주십시오.
Hello everyone. I'm so honored to be here today to introduce the GRID project. GRID is a term conceptualized by American psychologist Angela Duckworth, combining growth, resilience, and intrinsic motivation and tenacity. It represents the spirit of continually challenging oneself without giving up to achieving goals. In today's presentation, we will use the term GRID extensively, representing both our company's name and our spirit of challenge. Over the past 15 years, many developers have innovated various social systems using blockchain technology, and they have focused success in fields such as gaming, chat, and web, and finance, and media, and so on. However, our current challenge is to develop killer app based on blockchain. We aim to create a platform that users can easily access and use. We have committed to GRID with the goal of developing a killer app that users can integrate into their daily routines, such as platform already exists in the world. It is lottery system. Drawing inspiration from these successful cases, we aspire to develop an innovative blockchain-based killer app. There are already more lotteries than depicted on that slide. A lot of lotteries, right? And today, we are announcing approximately 10 different types of lotteries, not just lotto in Korea, but also online and offline varieties. Interestingly, lotteries globally generate staggering sales of $100 million per week. Annually, these lottery sales $202 billion, averaging 4.1 billion weekly, and show a consistent growth rate of about 10%. Yet, there seems to be a lack of awareness and discussion about commercializing this industry. We aim to utilize the strength of lotteries as a killer app and exploring their potential for commercialization. Blockchain technology offers solutions to enhance the fairness and transparency of lotteries. Let's examine the global sales figure for lottery tickets for a week. First of all, this data is based on statistical data from lottery sites operating in various regions and countries. This variation exists because the probability differs slightly depending on the region, so please understand in advance. Globally, $4 billion worth of lottery tickets are sold each week. And the ticket prices vary slightly across the regions, so let's consider this as a game. There are approximately 680 million lottery entries worldwide. Lotteries naturally have both winners and losers. Surprisingly, out of the 680 million entries, the total number of winners, including all prices level, amount to about 10 million. In percentage terms, this is only 1.47%. It means approximately 670 million entries do not win. So these tickets often ends up as a waste paper. We targeted this advantage. It is our grid. And we decided to take on this challenge once again with those who are willing to pursue grid alongside us. Yes, second chance. We've all decided to adopt grid for a chance at the jackpot. We've decided to implement a system that allows participation in a second challenge by combining only the game that were not selected initially. We only allow participants who have lost in the lottery, even if a ticket has any amount of winnings, even just a penny, you cannot participate. There are currently two main ways to participate in the lottery. Connect the camera on your mobile phone or the webcam on your PC. And scan the discarded lottery tickets using this setup. Your purchase details will be recorded in your account via OCR. Once registered, these details can be used for future purchases anytime. All these processes are stored as a data on the blockchain. Register the number of your previous purchase, and the lottery agency will select the winner numbers. In the second chance, Grid implements a perfectly secure lottery system that cannot be manipulated or intervened by anyone. So, to offer these second chances to lottery winners, we implement a blockchain-based system ensuring security and fairness. Lotteries have diverse rules across the regions, and users access the ones they are most familiar with. Instead of applying region-specific rules, our system allows users to participate in lotteries with various regulations. Grid's scalability enables interoperability across the multiple chains, emphasizing speed and independence from any single chain. So, Grid offers buyers of losing lottery tickets worldwide a chance to re-enter the draw using additional grid, which is a powerful way to attract new users. This way, lottery buyers from all over the world can quickly join the grid ecosystem, helping us maximize grid's value, leveraging Vision Chain's scalability, and interoperability proves more advantageous for customer acquisition than being tied exclusive to Ethereum or Solana. So collaborating with Vision Chain in this project is a privilege, and we look forward to rapid and sustained growth together. Thank you.
인상적인 발표를 해주신 우리 제이미님 다시 한번 감사 말씀드립니다.
Thank you, Jamie, for the impressive presentation.
박수 한번 주시죠. 고맙습니다. 다음으로 우리 비백, 글로벌 마케팅 전략 어드바이저님을 무대를 모시고 그린 비전에 대한 DM 발표를 듣도록 하겠습니다.
Next, let's invite Global Marketing Strategy Advisor Vivek to the stage for the presentation.
비백 발언님을 뜨겁게 환영해 주십시오.
Hello, I'm back. It's hard to compete with a lottery, project in Korea. I know we all like to play the lottery. So I'm going to talk about a very important issue. I appreciate being in Korea. We're very eco-friendly. We care about, plastic waste, emissions. I see a lot of electric vehicles out on the streets. And there's a major issue that I'm trying to solve. I personally like to garden. I am actively involved in New York City with eco-friendly projects, composting. So this is very dear to me. We're in the process of launching Green Vision Eco. Together we can restore the planet, and now's our chance. The very exciting thing is Vision Chain has given us the opportunity to collaborate with them. Their back-end technology is being completely supportive to our goals to reach net zero. So pursuing sustainable development through a balanced ecosystem of people, environment, and technology. Okay. There we go. So our mission is to produce uniform and high-quality biomass and wood production material, develop eco-friendly raw materials, create green spaces to reduce carbon dioxide, and foster urban regeneration by connecting with people and nature. Our values: secure core technologies for kenaf and Paulownia cultivation, ensure a steady supply of eco-friendly raw materials, and establish virtuous cycles ecosystems connecting primary and secondary industries. And most importantly, grow as a leading eco-friendly company, again using technology support from Vision Chain. Okay. There are a lot of global issues: deforestation, global warming, emissions, and community concerns. Currently, if you look at the deforestation, over 40, 50, 60% of the earth has been deforested. Trees are getting cut. Plants, if you look at coal mining, emissions, it's through the roof. What our solution is to plant trees, reduce carbon through CO2, through oxygen and CO2 emissions, reduce it, reduce the threat of global resource depletion, and of course the global warming. Now, our global effort is for climate change, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, and protecting and restoring the ecosystems. And how we're going to do it is what I'm going to explain. So this is, one of the facts that are out there from the sources of markets.com. There's a lumber shortage in the world. Currently facing is a complex issue that affects numerous sectors. So lumber is used for many reasons. Wood, biomass, we all know that. So, surprisingly, there's a lumber shortage. I'm hearing news that there's paper shortage. in many countries, and currently the production of wood has gone extremely low. So what we're doing is bringing green finance and investment, clean technology, mobilizing financial resources for climate change, mitigation, and adaptation projects. So this tree is actually very popular. I'm pretty sure everyone in this room knows about it. It's the Polymenio tree, also known as the Empress and Princess tree. It is amazing. This tree grows between 3 to 5 centimeters a day, and it gets production ready within 5 to 7 years. In 2 years, you can use it for biomass. In 3 years, it flowers. You can do honey production. And 4 to 5 years, you can use this for wood products, sauna, furnitures, music, houses, ecotourism. So the amazing thing is it grows very fast, and the oxygen release of this plant is X amount higher, percentage higher against other trees. And once you cut the tree in 5 years, it will grow again, and then you cut it again. It's extremely deep-rooted. So not only are you helping the environment, but you have a successful business model behind this. This is actually globally planted, and what we have done is scientific research, and we have merged 2 to 3 different versions of the princess tree and created our own hybrid. Similar to this, I'm sure many people in Korea also know about this, is the Knaf plant. Now this tree is a grass. Again, we use it for biomass. Now, the life cycle of this is it gets production ready within 3 to 6 months. And in those 3 to 6 months, again, you can use it for biomass, biofilm, farmers need it for their grazing their animals and pet farm feed. And again, due to its rapid growth and strong versatile fibers used in various industries, there's a financial incentive over here. Now, these are various images from our science labs. Mastering the science and technology of genetic breeding, we conducted research and identified solutions implementing the plants that we're growing. So currently these are in the labs. We did lab testing, and now we're in the process of doing soil testing in Saudi Arabia, in India, in Pakistan, in Africa. So we're in the process of planting these trees in various areas. Now, if you talk about the business model and where this becomes eco-friendly, you're getting biomass pellets, biofilm, you're able to extract fiber, create thread and rope production, honey production, light wood, and many other use cases. Now, we were talking about government earlier and in the panel before that. So this is something that we use within businesses, the local people, and the government. This combines all 3 ecosystems together to make this a successful project. And again, we're dealing with businesses. Now, businesses have a goal to net zero. So we're talking to airlines right now. If they just simply give us one flight, one of their routes, and they plant 1 tree per ticket, you're doing over 10,000 trees a week. Governments are getting involved because they have so much land. And right now, with the depletion of the forest, this is an opportunity for them to use our hybrid and grow the plant and the tree. And of course, individuals, because all of us, I have friends I'm giving the gift of trees. People buy the stars names, why not give the gift of a tree? But the main reason we're here, the blockchain and the NFT technology and the use of vision chain adoption and migrating with them. As we all know, real world assets is a big thing right now in the crypto and the blockchain space, but many companies are not even producing a real world asset. We have land, we have tree, we have economic growth, we have a climate token, a CO2 emission analysis, an economic NFT that we're building, and of course building it on the blockchain. And this is where the climate finance and technology comes as a merger. And of course, with the support of Vision Chain, it's something that we're very, extremely looking forward to do. We're also developing a game called Climate Combat. We're expecting over 250,000 members by September, October. The MVP is already ready. Tree NFT and mining, dealing with multinational corporations to achieve net zero. The fun part about the governments are they're also getting active with blockchain. So now we're merging real-world assets with the blockchain ecosystem. Of course, carbon credit, biomass animal feed, honey farming, light wood, and hardwood. sales. Okay, this is a little, the MVP is already ready for the climate combat game. We will have in-app purchases. We will have subscription services, advertisers, sponsored content, affiliate marketing. And this is something that will immediately generate revenue. So the exciting thing about Green Vision is we'll have technology revenue, we'll have the revenue from the tree, we'll also have the immediate revenue from the grass. So the financial incentive is there for our audience and our investors. We're already dealing with the government of Vietnam with a subsidized investment. Currently, the government of Laos, 3,000 hectares. When I created this with 3,000, now we have 10,000 hectares. The Forestry Department of Pakistan, the Saudi Arabia Greenery Board, and of course the Indian Forestry Board from Rajasthan, Goa, and Kerala. Currently, corporations that are engaged have a very active ecosystem in Vietnam, so we're getting Vietnam banks involved. Of course, RWA blockchain investment firms, private investment funds in India, Pakistan, UAE, Saudi Arabia. And especially all the private companies that are reaching their goal to CO2 emissions and the goal to reach net zero. So again, we're getting governments, people, and the corporations involved. Asia is a very big countries where the plant is, our hybrid is suitable. Vietnam, China, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia. Vietnam and Laos, we're already actively planting. We have over, right now, 8,000 trees planted in Vietnam, about 15,000 in Laos. This is our legal information with Laos. With over, project plan is to gain 50,000 hectares. We just met the government board over there 2 weeks ago. So this is written in Vietnamese because our partner's over there. And our goal right now, we've done research the last 2 years in terms of our labs, establishing, testing the soil, testing the hybrids that we've created. The last 6 months, we've been working on the mobile application, which is ready. Currently processing the payment integration, NFT issuers, we're working on the token economics before the end of the year, platform enhancements, marketing expansion, and full integration. So the next year is going to be very, very busy. And most importantly, our goal is to plant at least 50,000 trees and 1 million target in the next 5 years. And yes, thank you for listening to this presentation. And I really hope that this audience joins us for the reach of 100. Oh, hey, there's the video. He played it. You got audio?
이 나무를 관찰하러 왔는데 보시다시피 잎이 꽤 큽니다.
Did you start it again?
이 나무는 하루에 약 3에서 5cm 정도 자라기 때문에 연간 약 10m 정도 자란다고 할 수 있습니다. 그래서 많은 산소를 방출하고 탄소를 더 빨리 중화시킵니다. 그리고 5년 후면 생산 준비가 됩니다. 그래서 나무를 베어내면 다시 자라기 때문에 밑둥에서 잘라내도 최소 30년은 더 자라며 계속해서 재생산됩니다. 여기에 약 200, 300그루의 나무가 있다고 생각합니다. 오늘 추가적으로 나무를 심으러 왔으며 오늘은 정원사로서 출동 준비비 완료되었습니다. 날씨는 덥지만 아름다운 날입니다.
Thank you, Jay. Perfect. All right. Thank you very much for everyone listening. Appreciate it.
네, 비전 있는 인사이트를 공유해 주신 우리 비백 글로벌 마케팅 전략 부문님께 다시 한번 감사 말씀드립니다. 자, 그 비백님은요, 비백 타파르 어드바이저시고요. 미국에 본사를 둔 제품 개발 기술 및 마케팅 기관인 말치미디어의 CEO이자 설립자입니다. 그는 블록체인 생태계 업계 리더이자 영향력 있는 인물이고 그린비전 방금 보신 에코의 이사이십니다.
To briefly introduce Bibek Tapper, he's the CEO and founder of March Media, a U.S. headquarter agency specializing in product development, technology, and marketing with over 19 years of experience. As an industry leader and influential figure in the blockchain ecosystem, as well as a director of Green Vision Eco, Bibek provides unmatched expertise and vision in forefront technology and innovation.
이제 마지막 세 번째로 아마 오늘 패널 발표는 마지막 순서가 될 겁니다. 패널 발표로는 그 NFT 및 웹3 부문의 전략 고문인 JP 두마스님이 혁명적인 비보호 지갑에 대한 내용의 디앱을 소개해 주시겠습니다.
Now, it's the final segment of the panel presentation. Vision Chain's NFT and Web3 strategic advisor JP Dumas will introduce the revolutionary unprotected wallet.
JP 주마스님을 큰 소리로 큰 박수로 환영해 주십시오.
Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. It's going to be a hard act to follow, but I will try. So thank you for having me here today. I'm really delighted to Vision Chain and to all of you for listening. Before I start, I'm going to give you a bit of work. What I'd like to know is, do any of you know what a check is? Where you sign a bit of paper and you take it to the bank and you collect money. Who knows what a check is? Okay, do you have checks in Korea? Yes, okay. What's the name of checks in Korean? Supyo. Okay. So from the bank. Okay. Okay. So the company I'm talking about today, thank you very much, is checks. But it's spelled different. And it's spelled different because this is a new technology that doesn't exist today. And we built this because I've been working in tech for 25 years. I've been working in blockchain for 10 years. And I hate it. I hate wallets. I hate seed phrases. I hate keys. It's not fun. It's not easy. It's annoying. I don't like it. So for 2 years now, with my CTO and my chief science officer, we've been thinking about how to change that. And our answer is checks. And we're delighted to be here because checks will be launching in the future on Vision Chain. So, checks is a fintech. We are not a Web3 company. We are not a Web2 company. We're a Web 2.5 company, maybe. But we follow in the footsteps of very big companies. MasterCard or Visa, PayPal, Revolut, Wise, and checks. But the only difference between checks and all these is that we are non-custodial. We do not collect the money. We are on blockchain, and we provide the technology layer for the user to be independent, to be their own bank. A lot of people say we are the first non-custodial bank in the world, which I know is a bit weird, but I'll explain. So, you know why we started this, but if you look at the reality, crypto and payment platforms leave a lot of people behind. 95% of the world doesn't use crypto. That's a lot of people, right? 5% of the people who do use crypto, most of them don't like wallets. Most of them don't like cold storage. Most of them don't like and feel comfortable with MetaMask. It's not a fun experience. And then if you take that further, today, in this world where we live, 1.5 billion people are bankless. They have no bank account. They have no way of paying money except cash. It's huge. These are huge numbers. And why is that? Well, we think it's because of several problems. But our solution to this is to make checks, which is a protocol and platform. So think of us as a layer 4, okay, where we have an ecosystem where only people who have a KYC can enter. So that means you cannot come in onto checks and just open a wallet and then start transacting. You have to do a KYC. Okay, that's weird. We're a wallet that asks for a KYC. That's quite strange. It's simple. We offer a bank-like experience. So remember, we're not a bank. But we do give you a statement. We give you a receipt. We give you a way to go to your accounting software. We give you all the experience of a bank without being a bank, without being custodial. And we focus only on legitimate contracts on the blockchain. So you can do payments in stablecoin, you can do payments in serious crypto, but there's no NFTs. There's no meme coins. There's no areas of the blockchain which are a place where you can lose your money. We want this to be a place for professional payments. Okay? It's a compliant space where everyone in the platform is compliant and everyone in the platform is KYC'd. And it's using unique technology that we have invented and that we have patented to do these transactions. And I'll explain a bit more. Okay? So, checks today is a new wallet type. So we've invented a new kind of wallet. And this is not account abstraction, because that's still new, and technology needs to be proven. This is a new kind of wallet based on old technology that we know is safe. And here, instead of signing transactions all the time, you have a PIN code. And with the PIN code, you can batch transactions. And you can do a lot of things, but again, not account abstraction. And it's also a new kind of transaction. This is where the name comes in. Okay? And this new kind of transaction does not exist today on the blockchain, but it does exist within checks, and it guarantees that you will get the money. We can guarantee that our transaction will go to your account. It's impossible to hack the transaction. And we bring these two inventions and we put them with great UX and a safety by design. And safety by design is really, you're on the platform, you're KYC'd. When I send you money, you have to accept for me to send you money. You cannot send me money without me saying yes. When I send you money, I know your name, you know my name. It's a safety by design. And all these things together is checks. Okay? Now, the tech is going through the final stages of patent verification, so I can't explain much more at this stage. But I think it's going to change a lot of the way people use the blockchain. And so today we finished building the tech, we finished the MVP, we've tested it. Literally, and I've done a lot of startups, I've done a lot of work in tech, but never have I seen a space where everyone said the same, this is great, this is amazing, this is what I've finally been waiting for. All the people who've tested the MVP have said that it was game changing. It was just making crypto as simple to use as a nice banking app, but still being crypto, still being non-custodial. And you may not get the Starbucks, but it's a secret for now. Coming soon. There's Coca-Cola as well, but okay. Can you? Okay. So for us, we've built the tech. We're launching in September. We're a UK company, and we're starting with the professional wallets. So people who use crypto for work. And for us, that's an estimate of 50 million wallets today. It's probably, they're not all active at that kind of level, but we expect them to be. And what we're offering to these people is both an on-chain transaction-based model together with the SaaS. Very old-fashioned. You want more services, you pay $10 a month. You want a lot more services, you pay $50 a month. And for us, this gives us a TAM, so total addressable market of 7.2 billion, which is small. For us, it's huge, but it's small compared to what this is in the next step. Because today we're looking at professional payments. Tomorrow we're looking at the bankless. We're looking at cross-border transactions. We're looking at remittance. It's just huge money. So, again, it's hard to explain without revealing all the tech, but for us, we really look at checks as a new kind of wallet that doesn't exist as it is today, that is not a cold storage wallet. but it does have the safety capacity, and we can prove that of a cold storage. And has the UX and simplicity of a nice hot wallet, and even further than that. So for us, really, it's a new space, and again, without using account abstraction, which is very interesting tech, very promising tech, but it's still in its infancy. I'll quickly go through the team because there's some interesting people on here. I'll skip the first guy because he's boring. But Richard, my CTO, and Kia, my CSO, are two of the most intelligent, amazing guys I've ever met. Kia is a PhD mathematician from Cambridge. He's been in crypto and blockchain for a long time. He's been inventing a lot of stuff. If you're on LinkedIn, you know this guy. He's called Crypto Gandalf. He walks around Sweden in the forest inventing blockchain stuff. Very, very interesting. And Richard is CTO for 30 plus years. So really, really smart guys who've invented the tech behind this. And I feel honored to be, part of this team. And of course, we have Dennis, who's the young buck who's making it all happen. So Checks for us is, I'll skip that, is something that's coming soon. We've completed the R&D. It's been 2 years in the making. For the new wallet type, new transaction type, we've built the proof concept, we've done the tech. What's ongoing now is we're going to security audits and looking at legal compliance. So we are a UK firm, and we launched in the UK because the UK is probably the biggest place in the world for fintech. But also the UK, I think, is a great place to receive investment from around the world. If you want to raise from Asia, the UK is comfortable. If you want to raise from Europe, the UK is comfortable. If you want to raise from America, the UK is comfortable. Raising in America, very complicated except for US-based investors. So we're a UK company. We're finishing basically everything. We're integrating the KYC platform, KYB platform. We've got quite a few grants and things happening, and then we'll be releasing in September. In September, we'll be launching a public beta, and we'll be launching UK, Hong Kong, and South Korea. And towards Q4, we will be working on implementing Vision Chain, being one of the many developers who will be joining the platform, and looking to be really excited at taking this to the next level with a fantastic blockchain. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you to Vision Chain for inviting us today. We're delighted to be here. Thank you for your patience.
유익한 발표를 해주신 우리 JP 본부님 다시 한번 큰 박수로 감사드리겠습니다. 자, 이제 모든 패널 발표 시간이 끝났습니다. 시원섭섭하시죠? 그래서 여러분에게 먼저 세 분만 저희가 질의응답 시간을 좀 가지도록 하겠습니다. 질문은 오늘 행사 성격상 기술 관련 질문 위주로만 받겠습니다. 자, 질문 있으신 분들은 좀 손을 크게 들어서 한번 표시해 주십시오.
다시 한번 간략하게 말씀드리면
마지막 질문.
마지막이가 뭐 이더리움이나 솔라나처럼 큰 성공을 거둔 그런 코인을 성공을 거둔 그런 것처럼 저도 간절히 성공을 원하고 있는데 우리 비전 체인에서 계획하고 있는 거라든지 큰 전략적인 거 그런 비결은 좀 알려주십시오.
What's the Vision Chain's strategy and plan for the Vision Chain?
For the global marketing strategy, I'm going to work very close with Artak over here. I travel in many conferences and many different ecosystems. We have a very large presence in India. Vishwa and I cross paths many times at blockchain conferences in India. I've been coming to Korea Blockchain Week and Singapore 2020-49 almost the last 8 years straight. So we have a very powerful network. I'm based out of New York. We attend many events over there. So the combination of Vishwa, Artak, JP, we already have 50 plus projects that are showing interest in joining us. So they're just patiently waiting for our SDKs and our technologies. So overall, because we're very proactive in traveling, personally meeting companies, we have meetings set up with the top 20 blockchains. So I'm very, very confident on our go-to-market strategy and the approach that we're going to take to the market to grow Vision Chain.
First of all, it is a great question. Thank you very much. This is very important for us to be strategically successful. The reason being, one, we are doing much better technology than any of our peers like Solana or Ethereum. We are building a whole new next generation blockchain. So it's just not going to be a conventional blockchain with the technology being there. So one more advancement we have done is we are trying to bring the quantum readiness. So the next generation of compute is also taken care. We are also now incorporating, making it AI, artificial intelligence ready. So and if you actually look at the node can also run, the light node can run on the mobile also. So these kinds of innovations are setting us apart. So I would not say that Vision Chain is an apple-to-apple comparison to conventional blockchains. We wanted to redefine the norm. We wanted to redefine the way blockchains work. So that's our strategic goal, and that's where we are very confident of being more successful, for the future as well as for the current applications which are supporting DeFi and GameFi.
예, 두 번째 질문하겠습니다. 예, 훌륭한 기술력을 가지고 성공적인 프로젝트를 구현하기 위해 많은 것들이 필요한 것 같은데요. 자, 한국 시장에서 어떤 목표를 가지고 한국에 진출하셨는지 한번 말씀해 주십시오.
Okay, so briefly explain just what is the Vision Chain's goal in Korean market, and I think probably Artak can be answer for this. Artak, can you answer for this? What is the Vision Chain's goals in Korean market?
Okay, from my point of view and from our plans, the main goal in Korean market is to get the access to games and banking sphere, because with Vision Chain, we already told previously in our presentations, it will be possible to get the most interoperability and seamless using of the chain, and getting access to game developers, companies from Korea and to the banking system will provide the opportunity to regular users join the chain and start doing transactions. And from my perspective, for current plans, it's the main goal and main go-to-market strategy in the Korean market.
알아들으시죠?
레이어 제로, 치타체이 같은 프로젝트들도 상호 운영성 문제를 해결하는 프로젝트입니다. 이 프로젝트들과 비교해서 비전 체인이 기술적인 우위를 가지고 있는 것을 설명해 주세요.
Projects like Layer Zero and Zeta Chain are also projects that solve interoperability issues. Please explain what kind of technological edge Vision Chain has over this project.
One bigger feature which we really are counting on is the interoperability. I think so. Thank you for raising this question. And what is the edge that we have? The many projects that actually try to solve the problem between cross-chain communication, so one chain to the other. But why they failed? The reason is the smart contracts, the structure is completely different between one blockchain to the other. So, in the advancements of Vision Chain, we have mastered something called, CIFF, which is like, it is cross-chain, intent-centric framework. So this framework will allow us to interoperate between the chains. in our October release, which we are trying to do, is majorly all the Ethereum-based chains we could easily interoperate, and with seamless integration between token to token as well. So this will be our first introduction to how the cross-chain compatibility will work. And of course, in future, we would be going with multiple other chains and then look at the nativity of, or look at the technology in which we will be leveraging the same framework for also other cross chains. So this is the edge that we have, or this is the advantage that we have, that at the core of its technology, at the heart of its technology, we have this fusion framework, which will help us to integrate between two different chains. Yep. But when the release happens in the month of October, you will be the first people to see the experience on how seamless this cross-chain integration will be. Yep.
이제 마지막으로 우리 비슈와 CEO님이 그 라스트 스피치를 한번 클로징 멘트를 짧게 한번 하실 거예요. 임팩트 있게. 제가 어제부터 부탁드렸어요. 임팩트 있게 마지막을 해주시라고. 비슈와 CEO님 무대로 올라오실 때 진짜 가장 큰 소리로 환영해 주십시오. 마지막.
Now, to officially conclude the event, we will hear the final closing speech from our CEO Bishuan. Please give the loudest welcome as CEO Vishwana comes to the stage.
네, 큰 박수로.
Wow, what an incredible energy! What a session altogether. Thank you a lot, Seoul, for giving the soul to us, to Vision Chain, to make it much more powerful. A great community, a great start. I think so this gives us a lot of encouragement to do more innovations. Great partners like you, friends like you, and people who can tap on us to, can rely on us to build this great technology. I think so you have given us enough power, enough head start to really make this Vision Chain dream come true. So first of all, a very, very big thank you, Seoul and as well as Korea. Thank you very much for embracing or giving or showing the love, which will translate this into effective technology. So we would love to keep you posted, keep you updated about the great things that are happening. Thanks for all the partners who have been coming here and working with us. Check. From JP, as well as we have Eco from, my good friend Vivek, as well as Grit, the Second Chance. So all these partners are also empowering us, and showing, confidence that we wanted to build it on Vision Chain. Thanks a lot. I would like to take a great moment for the partners, because these are the people who are going to be our ambassadors to make the Vision Chain successful. So, and not only this, every one of you who have worked for Vision Chain, I want to express my heartfelt thanks, because this is a pretty great place where I have the warmth, everybody coming in and say that, okay, you have done a good piece of technology. I think so the validation is when it goes live, when we will see the real success. Of course, that's a real validation, and we are looking towards it. And one more important element, the people who have organized this, every one of you, I want to take a moment and thank you very, very much. Suku, Jasmine, and team, everyone here, thank you very much for being a part of it. I would definitely love to have one big selfie with all of you, maybe the post even, but definitely thank you very much for the partners who have come a long way. Be it from France, be it from Armenia, from the CPTO, from our, Atak, who has been really working towards guiding us towards, what could be the business proposition. We all travel together to be in Seoul, because we know this is where the crypto, or this is where the blockchain has quite a big impact to the world. And I'm sure this will take us to the vision chain's main vision being one of the best blockchains of the world. So we are hoping towards that. And thank you once again for everyone for being a part of this success story. We will soon come with more updates. Thank you, everyone.
자, 이것으로 오늘 비전 체인 앤 프렌즈 소울 행사를 모두 마치도록 하겠습니다. 여러분의 참여에 감사드리고요. 유익하고 즐거운 시간이 되시기를 바랍니다. 남은 하루 좋은 시간 되십시오.
We conclude today's event. Thank you for your participation, and we hope it was of beneficial and enjoyable time to all of you. Thank you.